Comparison in itself is never a good game to play, unless it's between your past self and your current self. But it can be especially toxic when we're comparing traumas. If you think about it, it's really not fair to anyone involved, and it can be detrimental to both your mental health and your relationships. So trauma comparing is when you compare your hardships, your deeply distressing life events, to that of another's. And usually when this is done, the comparison is used as a qualifier of whether or not your trauma or the other person's is justified. So here's an example I think we can all relate to: this pandemic. We are all collectively going through a very big change. Life as we know it has completely shifted. Many of us are facing restrictions and are dealing with isolation and big levels of uncertainty. And you might be having a hard time because you're not able to travel and see your friends and your family, but you might be thinking to yourself, oh, you know what? Well, everyone else is going through this. I have nothing to complain about. I shouldn't feel this way. Okay, yes, we all might be going through a collective period of suck, but that doesn't make your suck any less. Worded differently, that doesn't make your feelings or your hardships any less valid. So let's take another example. Maybe you are feeling really stressed at work and you're feeling like you just need a break, like you need a mental health day. That's something that I have no problem, speaking out loud when I need a mental health day. But I know that that's not the case for a lot of people because of the stigma that's involved with that. You might be worried about what others will think of you if you do that. Oh, can they not handle the stress? It's part of the job. I mean, all of us are going through it. They should be going through it too. But everyone handles situations differently. Just as someone could have an allergic reaction when eating, maybe a peanut, and it will make them sick and put them out for the day, it could be completely fine for another person. I think it's interesting that we respect the biological and physiological health differences, between person to person. I think the same should absolutely go for mental health. You never really know what another person could be going through in their life. So the next time you or someone else in your life is having a hard time, instead of looking externally for validation by comparing your trauma or their trauma to someone else's, believe them and believe yourself, and do whatever you can in your ability to get yourself and your friend or the person in your circle back to 100%. So that's the tea for today. Don't compare your traumas. We all react to situations differently, and it's just a toxic practice to really be more mindful and careful about not partaking in. Hope this was helpful for you. Please give this video a like if it was, and make sure that you're subscribed for notifications so you don't miss any of my new stuff. Always appreciate the support. So until next time, I will chat with you later. It's 9:45, it's time for my bedtime. Alrighty, take care.